Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Today we are talking about the movie Thelma. Is there anything you want to say?
This is not the sequel to Thelma and Louise or
Oh,
a prequel about Thelma before she meets Louise.
uh,
This is just a whole different movie.
all right. Well, let's watch the trailer real quick so everyone knows what the heck we're talking about.
What's your plan for the day?
The usual. Hello?
Grandma,
Danny? You sound so strange.
I'm in jail.
Oh my God.
Mail $10,000 to this address.
$10,000?
How did you think this was real?
Mom, you thought it was real too.
Oh my God. She was very convincing.
Well, she was scared,
I
your
was-
mother. We were all scared.
I wasn't quite as scared, just for the record.
You gotta tell the police. They're no use.
They contact people at random using telephone listings and social networking sites.
Like Facebook?
Sure, by Facebook.
Well, shouldn't Zuckerberg be able to fix this? What about my money? Am I supposed to just let them have it?
I'm gonna get it back.
I need a ride.
My mother is at large.
Why always stopping at malls?
To get a gun?
Do you even know how to use it?
How hard can it be? Idiots use them all the time.
God.
Things happen to people as they age. Weird, crazy things.
We're old, diminished. The least we can do is take care of each other.
She's a tough cookie.
When she sets her mind to something, there's no stopping her.
My grandson's parked a block away. I don't have much time.
You left your grandson in the car?
But he's 24. We all have our good days and our bad days.
And what's today?
We'll find out.
Okay. What do you think, babe? What do you want to talk about? Say something. You were
Oh, I
excited
fell
about this.
asleep.
You were excited about this movie.
I was. I love this movie.
So good.
And there's a couple layers to it. One, I'm a huge June Squibb fan. And I love the fact that I fell in love with her the first time I saw her in this movie called Nebraska, which I believe she was nominated for an Academy Award for. She was fantastic. If you've never seen the movie, check it out. It's a black and white movie, but it's still a newer movie within the last few years, or 10 years at least. But this is also in her at 90 plus years old, and she's had a career forever, long before I saw her in Nebraska on stage and theater and movies and other things. This is her first starring role,
That's awesome.
where she wasn't like, somebody's mom or grandmother or just a
right.
ensemble cast.
Not the ensemble.
So that alone made me excited to see the movie. And then the premise just seemed funny, and it hit close to home because we had a scenario, actually two scenarios, one with me, and the same thing happened to my best friend's mom. So the premise is, if you didn't understand from the trailer, she gets scammed on the phone where somebody calls me, pretend to be your grandson. I need you to bail me out of jail, blah, blah, blah. That was a big scam for a while. Somebody called my mother once, it claimed to be my son, said, hey, don't tell dad I'm in jail, blah, blah, blah. My mom, because she listens to no one, she calls me and don't be mad, your son's in jail. My son's in school. Like he was in high school still. So I called him, he goes, yeah, I'm in school. Anyway, so that kind of hit home, but I didn't know that's exactly what the story was. I just thought she might have got scammed by like one of the Nigerian prince scams or something.
Oh my gosh, that too.
And the movie is loosely based on real events.
Yes, but I didn't realize
I didn't
until the
either.
end, which was like, what? This is so cool.
Yeah, the director, I don't think the scam actually went through, but it was an attempted scam, and the director about the director's grandmother.
It's so
And this
funny.
movie is hilarious.
This is the greatest movie ever.
It is definitely one that's gonna be in my top 10 list this
Oh
year,
my
just because.
gosh. So fun.
Yes, I love her. I think she's funny. I think she's enduring. She's sweet. But the movie knows what the movie is.
Yes.
And so it plays up to the comedy tropes of the senior citizens. I think it helps that I teach a lot of senior fitness classes, so I'm around these people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm seeing this behavior on a regular basis. And what seems over the top when you watch this I see it weekly.
hilarious. So hilarious. This movie is just cracking me up. I love it. I hope I'm this feisty when I get to be older.
You're going to be just angry. Because
Maybe.
you're going to be angry now.
I know, but this was fun. I loved the. I want a scooter. I want a high-powered scooter like this. I'll be scooting all over town.
I think of all the stuff, that goes on in this movie, which is, oh man, you just killed Butthead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Butthead.
All the stuff that goes on in here, you know, there's heart, there's her trying to come with terms of maybe she can't be by herself, or is her memory going? Her grandson is dealing with trying to find his place and thinking he's not worthy enough. So they're both two people kind of helping each other.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, you have all the comedy and stuff. And there's a lot here. There's a lot of layers instead of just silliness. But the part that got me the most, that entertained me more than any part else, there's a running gag. Every time she sees somebody, she's like, I think I know her. And then it's just an exchange between two senior ladies.
It's like, well, do you know so-and-so?
Yeah, and they never know each other.
I don't think
like,
so.
You know Craig? Craig Smith? No, Craig so-and-so. And it's like, well,
I guess not.
And the guy, Richard Roundtree, who's famous for being Shaft, this was his final movie before he passed. And he said there's one scene, he's like, y'all know each other? I guess not. You have a great day.
Yeah, my God.
It happens like 3 or 4 times in the movie.
And one time she actually does know somebody.
Yeah. It's funny.
It was hilarious. But yeah, oh my gosh, I just love this so much. It was a great movie. And it is kind of an action adventure.
There's a little action. There's a scene you see in the trailer where they're walking away from an explosion. And it's that cool scene where you walk away really cool. But in this case, they're walking because they can't hear it.
They can't hear it.
So
anyway.
it explodes, so they don't react because they can't hear the explosion. It is funny.
The funniest movie.
It's one of those movies we missed in the theater.
And I think too, it's an interesting look at, like you said, can she still live alone? And the family may be overreacting a little bit and wanting to take care of her, but she's still an adult and she still understands like what's going on. She has momentary lapses where she forgets things, which I think is normal, but in the end, there's not really anything wrong with her. She's just old, and so she might need a little help.
One of the things I thought was genius in the storytelling was, so she teams up with Richard Roundtree, and they're on this adventure together, and they're both widowers.
Yeah. But
there's an interesting exchange about the differences of how they're dealing with it, where he's suffering from, she did everything for me, and now there's nobody doing everything, and you don't understand. And she's like, I did everything, and now I have no one to do that for. And so it's polar opposite of the same situation, and them having to come with terms by themselves and realize we're in this together.
Yeah.
You know, we can be friends, and he's always kind of flirting with her, and she's just like, "You're friend, we're friends." Like, her plan was to steal his scooter.
Yeah.
And he ends up going with her. So, but it's funny. It's so many silly, quirky moments. It's very enduring. She's just she's so likable.
She's so funny.
And she's so cute.
Yeah.
And she's just, I think the way she executes some of her dialogue, something as simple as like, well, I fell down. Like, it makes you think of your own grandmother. But I love her. I hope she gets some sort of nomination for this movie, even though the movie I think kind of came and went.
Yeah.
I think she was fantastic. Yeah. This movie is great.
Well, I think her grandson just needed to live with her, and they would have been.
Yeah, and the guy that plays her grandson, which I don't remember his name, but he's actually one of the twin emperors in Gladiator 2 that's in theaters now.
Oh, okay.
Fred Hinkenberg or something like that. Hinkenberger.
Hickinger or Hickinger? Him.
We're calling Fred.
Fred Hickinger, I think.
So yeah.
Anyways, he's really good. He's a lot of fun.
And he's polar opposite than what he is in Gladiator 2.
Yeah, absolutely. He's so cute in this. And I think too, it's interesting because she's trying to figure out, but he also, as a young man, he doesn't know how to do anything.
No, all he knows how to do is take care of her.
Yeah, so that's why I said they should have just teamed up and lived together, because I think that's the cutest thing.
I also think there's
when you can live with your grandparent. I think
an
that's
important dynamic here that happens sadly too often, whereas people start over expecting something from one people, and then they don't think somebody else can do anything.
Correct.
So in this case, his parents, which is one of them's her child, they don't think she can be alone, and they don't think he can do anything.
Right.
And so neither one of them are supporting any of them and making it worse.
And they're treating them both like babies.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And so it's kind of, even though it's her adventure, her journey, her story, the grandson is got his own little side story that's happening that's intertwined with hers.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
And they're the only one they trust are each other. Like she.
Yeah, and I just think that's cool to have that special relationship with your grandparents. That's how it was with my grandma.
Oh my God, the opening scene.
Me and my grandma were always.
The opening
together.
scene was infuriating for me though.
About.
He's helping her with the computer.
Oh.
I've had to do that so many times with my mom.
And he's like, scroll, and she's just. She's like, no, see, this little button is the scroll. And
she's like,
oh my gosh.
I've had so many arguments, fights, discussions.
Yeah, but your parents have also broken several computers. They can't have
my mom is, they're not allowed to have
They're not allowed anymore.
They can play solitaire on it, which all my dad does anyway. I'm like, just get the cards again, Dad.
Just play it on your phone.
Well, he doesn't have, well, I don't know.
Just download him an app.
Anyway, my mom downloads too many games on her phone.
She basically stopped her phone because she had too many apps on it.
So anyway, Thelma is great. Mercy. It's currently on Hulu.
I think so. Let's see. Hold on. Let me tell you where you can watch it. I just had it.
I apologize.
We were unprepared for that.
If you look at my review, it should say it.
Oh, sorry. It's on Hulu.
Yeah. You can watch it on Hulu if you have Hulu, or you can go to Prime, I'm sure, and rent it or whatever. If you don't have Hulu.
It's on
but it's worth renting, especially now. It's probably like $5.99.
It is so good.
Great film.
It is a must see.
I agree. It is one of the best comedies of the year.
Now, tell me about the free stuff on our website.
We got some new stuff added finally. We still got copies of The Terminator and North by Northwest on 4K to give away. We also have Blazing Saddles,
that too.
And celebrating the anniversary, what is the 10th anniversary release? I should have grabbed it, but it's down there nowhere. For Interstellar, we got a 4K copy to give away.
I feel like I remember this, but not really.
This one, Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway. He kind of goes into the future.
I might have to go watch it again.
Anyway, they have a 10th anniversary edition that's released 4K. The 4K has been out, but this is an anniversary edition, which is like a box set. You open it's got patches from the space crew. It's got a booklet about it. It's got all these different Interstellar posters. It's a really cool little set that's out now.
All right.
And we got copies of The Watchmen Chapter 2.
Nice.
Which is the second part of the first part. And then we got some digital copies of the movie Conclave.
I want to see this now.
With Ray Fiennes and Stanley Tucci and John Lithgow. I don't know who the lady is. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see.
That is not John Lithgow. That is
John Lithgow's over there.
Oh,
Stanley
Tucci. I was like,
I said Stanley Tucci.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what's her name?
I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah. What is her name? Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but we have digital copies of it available now.
Yeah, she seems very familiar.
So. Isabella Rossellini.
Isabella Rossellini.
It is her.
Yes, it is. But I can't see.
She's Italian. Then.
Yeah, I can't see the rest of her hair and all that.
Because she's wearing a habit.
Yeah, so there you go.
Anyway,
all right, that's what's happening.
So yeah, go to our website at
HollywoodMatrimony.com.
And
that's where all the good
and we'll have some new stuff popping up soon. If you haven't won anything, there's some backup stuff that we have, some extra things that have come in that through the holidays. We may be just sending out some surprise prizes for people that have entered stuff.
Surprise
at times. You may just suddenly get something in the mail.
Well, Merry Christmas and or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or anything else you celebrate.
Or just here's a gift because you exist.
All right. We'll see you next time.